I calculated what percentage of my life was done. I was 24 back then, and I was supposed to be dying at 76, according to life expectancy. And so I decided to sort of use the remaining 2/3 of my life to do something that actually excites me, actually is valuable to me and to the world. I quit on April 8th, 2016. On April 9th, I bought a camera, and I started a channel on Facebook called Nas Daily. And I started making videos every single day for 1,000 days.
Let's go on a detour, where the oceans meet the sand and the people, from Hawaii to the coast down in Rio. Let's go on a detour, where the mountains meet the cities and the people, from Astana, Kyrgyz, Turks and Filipinos. Let's go on a Nico, that shit slapped. Then I did one on Raw, that chick bad. Tryna be like Nasir, he the man. I wanna go to Rio to Dar es Salaam. I'm gonna hit the road and never look back. If you get in my way, you get run off the track. So please don't try and stop me, my mind's on the map. Got some friends abroad and I'm tryna close the gap.
Making 1,000 videos in 1,000 days was the loneliest, darkest, hardest, most torturous time of my life, but also the most fun. The people who win the most money or the most in life are the ones who predict the next 5 years the most accurately. And so as I looked around back then in 2016, I honestly made the bet that YouTube was gonna die. I was wrong with that bet, but I also made another bet that Facebook was gonna be massive, especially Facebook videos. And that bet succeeded.
Let's go on a detour.
In the most controversial place on earth, Nasir makes a bet to improve his life in a way that no other Palestinian kid thought was possible. A series of ambitious decisions would eventually make him the most recognizable Israeli, only second to Gal Gadot.
Now, Nas Daily is, I think, the second most popular Israeli after Gal Gadot. So Gal Gadot is number one. It's very difficult to compete.
Which also makes him one of the most recognizable people on earth. Faced with the pressure of smoking at age 10, he uses simple math to calculate how much a lifetime of smoking would cost. $144,000 into adulthood. This was a bet he was not willing to take. Researching for himself became his signature move. A move that would come in handy for the next gamble. Imagine this kid walking around the most controversial geopolitical situation of our time, telling people that he wants to study at Harvard. You know what they told him? It's too expensive. But remember, this is the same kid that used math to decide whether to start smoking or not. So he asks Google, how much is it to go to Harvard? And you know what Google told him? If you can't afford it, it's free. Thanks to his signature move, Google, and hard work, the boy eventually makes it to the most prestigious university in all of America.
Let's go on a detour.
science at Harvard and lands that tech job at Venmo. But this job wasn't enough to satisfy Nasir. It was too focused on computers. He wanted the focus to be on people. He was now at a crossroads. Stick to the American dream that you worked so hard to have, or start over with a brand new dream. It was time for the signature move.
And this goes down to the t-shirt, right?
Yeah, sure.
You know, when I was at Venmo, I was selling my time for money. I needed to find something that is worth $500,000 to me. And that was traveling and making videos and meeting people and just like being out there, you know. I asked Google, when am I gonna die? Google tells you you're about to die at 76 because you're male in the United States. If you're female, it's 78. 24 out of 76 was 32%. When I realized I was 1/3 dead of my life, I needed to spend the remaining 2/3 of my life doing something important, something meaningful. And ever since then, I've been wearing for the last 5 years, I've been wearing the same t-shirt.
He quit his job, bought a camera, and vowed to make a video every day for 1,000 days. The real journey had just begun.
Let's go on a detour. On a detour. Where the oceans meet the sand and the people. From Hawaii to the coast down in Rio. Let's go on a detour. On a detour. Where the mountains meet the cities and the people. From Astana, Kyrgyz, Turks and Filipinos. Let's go on a
Nasir didn't know much about using cameras before this. He just dove right in and got straight to work.
On day 270, I made one video, it blew up. It became an overnight success.
On that fateful day, everything changed. He eventually reached the 1,000-day mark, and after facing exhaustion, illness, backlash, and self-doubt, he emerged victorious. The boy had come far, achieving 2 big dreams with just over 30% of his life. He had become a new man.
Let's go on a detour.
Before you go anywhere, take a look at this clip. It shows the humble beginnings of the great Ottoman Empire. The leader shares acquired goods with each of the men who rode alongside him into battle. I saw this documentary a few years ago, and it highlighted an important part of starting a new community. Make every step worthwhile, right from the very beginning. Which is why from here on out, I want to share the beats I make for this channel with all of you, as a way of thanking you for coming along for this ride. Feel free to use them for your own content, recording, vocals, background music, etc, etc. Just be sure to tag me, Sanele, so I and other members of this newly forming community can easily find your content. And as a side note, I was thinking that later on, for those really generous ones, I could make a Patreon or something where, for starters, I can give access to a growing catalog of more exclusive beats ranging from simplistic to experimental. But that's just an idea for now. Let me know what you think about it. You'll find today's beat in the description. Thank you so much for coming along on this ride. I can't wait for the next one. Until then, mentally and physically, take care.